headed over to Mexico to get stem cell treatment. Got picked up by this van earlier. My father up there. He's documenting this. Remember I told you I wanted to document the process? This van will take us across the border to Tijuana, where we can go and get the treatment because the type of cells that help me out, the fetal derived stem cells, are not legal in the United States, but they are the most powerful and the only ones that treat a lot of neurological illnesses and other very difficult conditions. So I will keep you posted. As you can see, we're getting close to the border here. Again, we're right between San Diego and Tijuana, and we're going to be taking the medical lane too across the border, so it's actually a very quick and easy process across the border. It's like 30 to 45 minutes from the hotel through the medical lane into Tijuana. So it's not sus at all, even though it might sound like it, but it's actually very painless and straightforward process. So I will document that in a few minutes. Oh, there you are. I don't know where we go though. You know? Can you explain what's in this bag again? No invoice. No worries.
Okay, doing the vitals right now. Probably gonna need an IV with saline solution, but we're gonna verify that in a minute.
Alright, so I just have the vitals done. There's the father and the reflection, some saline solution, which I think is for hydration. We're gonna figure that out though. And there's me. This is the setup. I will keep y'all posted.
This view?
KS?
Cells. Células.
Oh,
Stem cells.
Ajá.
Yeah,
Ah, es que no puede grabar.
no problem.
No.
What?
¿Mande?
Okay?
No puede grabar.
Okay.
Listo.
gracias. Alright, so basically just got 4 jabs in my stomach, and doesn't feel great. It's a very strong pinch, but it's that simple and easy. Nurse did not want to be filmed, so could not film them actually doing the injections, but as you can see, these band-aids, there was 4 small injections of the cells, and now we just let the rest of the saline take its course and we will be on our way. Remember the one year when I was too soft to get it in my elbow. I made them do it in my hand and they missed like 6 times. They just kept stabbing my hand and they finally had to go in my arm.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was a bad idea, going worse.
Just need to find Carla.
No worries. Alright, so this is the first day after the operation, and we are feeling pretty good right now. Typically, I notice pretty immediate effects. I did after the procedure yesterday, but I noticed them more when I wake up the next morning. This time, I did something that's probably not ideal, and I went out last night because my friends are out in California and I only get to see them once a year now, being in Michigan, and I didn't really want to go out and drink because I just got the procedure, but I know that the effects typically come over a period of time, gradually, and you know, I've drank after procedures in the past, and have still gotten really good benefits. I will not be drinking any more for the foreseeable future at all, but I did have a couple drinks with my friends last night afterwards and didn't get much sleep. And typically if I was to do that, you know, I would feel like absolute crap this morning when I woke up, but I felt amazing waking up. I had very little sleep, and then no hangover, no anything, literally like more clear than I felt the morning before, where I had slept 10 hours and was fully rested. And that's just a testimony to the power of these cells. And along with that, some of the other things I noticed is my breathing has already gotten better. One of the main benefits I was hoping to get out of the treatment was enhancing my diaphragmatic breathing. I had issues expanding my diaphragm and breathing really, and synchronizing all of the muscles and systems at play. But I felt my diaphragm and lungs better expand, and my breathing feels more natural. It's not perfect, and I think it's important to acknowledge that for most people this isn't a cure-all for every ailment they're going through, but it is cool, the range of benefits that exist. So that's just my personal experience. Typically I'll start to slowly notice more and more things start to improve and get better for the next few weeks and months following the procedure, but I notice it the most immediately after, because I think you don't even realize some of the things that were wrong with you. At least for me, like one of the other things is kind of the just mental clarity and energy after it, which I feel like you get so used to being in a certain mental state, it becomes your new normal. And you know, that's a cool side benefit, because it's not really what I'm going for, but I do feel a lot more clear and better mentally afterwards. And I was with, you know, someone with autism yesterday who had very low functioning autism, and they've been getting the treatment for a while now, and they now have very high functioning autism, to where they were completely nonverbal. The child's mother was sharing with me, and now they are very high functioning verbal. So, you know, it is pretty astounding how many people in different conditions this can work for. Now with that said, you know, I also unfortunately know someone else who had a spinal cord injury and went for the treatment, and they did not reap any benefits from it, and that also does happen sometimes. So, you know, that's the risk that you take. But and my personal experience too, first time I got the treatment, I felt amazing. It was super noticeable right away. I felt like literally a reborn human. I plateaued in my recovery, probably hadn't made any progress for 3 years, and that's kind of why I looked into stem cells. And after I got them, I felt the best I ever felt. Now, with that said, I got another treatment about a year after that, and the benefits were more minimal. And then I actually did get a third treatment, and the effects were negligible. And so I haven't gone back for 3 years. And so this time I wanted to try it again, give it another fair shake, mainly because I had some other health issues that I'm going for. But so far so good. This is just day one, and I'm starting to feel things happening. Lower back pain is something that I've noticed feels better today. Having some tingling sensations in my legs, which to me is kind of a weird neurological thing I've felt in the past when nerves are being recruited to come back online. Is the best way I can kind of describe it. It's really hard to explain if you haven't kind of lived it, but it's a good sign. And yeah, I will keep everyone posted here as you know, the effects continue, hopefully continue, and yeah, stay tuned. What up everyone? It is now day 5 since the stem cell treatment, and I'm definitely still feeling the effects and benefits since the procedure. A couple new things that I've noticed is, one, actually my hair is feeling softer than it's ever felt. I got a little bedhead going right now, so not really doing it justice, but that's a newer perk to this thing that I didn't really realize in some of the past treatments I had. Other than that, breathing is improving still. As I mentioned in a previous clip, I wanted to get some breathing benefits out of doing this. I've been having some issues with my diaphragm, and so I felt that improve. It's still not perfect, but it is noticeable. Core strength as well, that's been improving. My gait overall has felt more secure, and things just overall feel more connected. My spasticity, which is kind of this chronic sense of tightness, like it's hard to explain, but it's kind of this just tension I carry in my muscles at all times. That has definitely subsided a bit, which is of course nice. Again, it's not like this cure-all thing where like I had all these issues and now they're all gone. It's more like I've had all of these issues and they're all improving and they all feel better. And I think that's what makes this so powerful and different from other types of therapeutics in the world, is that I'm getting benefits all over my body in places I didn't anticipate or expect or plan for. So, that's really cool. My back feels better than ever, my lower back, which was something that I didn't even realize it was as bad as it was until I got this and realized how much better it feels. So if you were to go through with this procedure, I know that's not uncommon from other people I've talked to, and definitely is the case for me. So still feeling good, still going strong, still noticing things, improving, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. Thanks. So I kind of forgot to take more progress videos after the stem cell injections, but I've gotten the procedure now 3 times, so I can speak overall on my thoughts now having done it multiple times. And I first want to say nothing in this video is medical advice. I'm just trying to share my experience and what I've seen and how it's affected me personally. So it's obviously a very experimental procedure that is not legal in the United States. So you want to do a lot of research into this. Definitely consult with your doctor before doing what I did. And we only did it because I was kind of out of options. And so for all of the people with different conditions and of different backgrounds that I met there that purported receiving benefits similar to my own, there are also many people who didn't get any benefits. And I know of someone who has a very similar injury to me, also got it in a hockey game, and they got the exact same thing done at the Stem Cell Institute there and didn't get any benefits from it. So that's just to say that it is a big risk. It is a big cost associated with it. And it should really be a last resort, I think, still at this point. Even though there's a lot of fast evolving work being done in this field, we're not there yet. And there are legal stem cells in the United States, which some people get benefits from too. So I feel for most people who are, of a condition in which those stem cells help. This is why you need to do research, because there are different types of stem cells, multipotent versus pluripotent. I have actually tried both. And so this video and the cells that I was receiving here, which you cannot receive in America, are pluripotent. And so the multipotent cells just didn't do anything for me personally, and they were a waste of money. And so there's just a lot here to educate on. And so I'm not trying to persuade anyone to get stem cells. I just wanted to share this experience with the world because I know there are people who just have a lot of questions on what going to Mexico and getting stem cells entails. So hopefully, you know, this video provided that, and, you know, nothing more and nothing less. But if you watch all the way to the end, I really appreciate you sticking around to, you know, basically go on that whole journey with me. And yeah, if you could like and subscribe, I'll be posting more content with more experimental things and stuff that I have done and will continue to be doing to try and continue to heal from many of the chronic health challenges that I'm still struggling with. And yeah, so thanks again for watching.